I've heard it.
See all the different
I have
layers.
2 rows of kids. They're like 40 years. I'm like,
All the different layers in there. It's just stand.
take it. Go down my candy.
What's going on?
Oh,
We do a lot more freezing when we can.
yeah, I couldn't believe how much the tomatoes and peppers and everything. It was just, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, it's a drought. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't look like that.
And good soil.
Apparently.
But I
There's a little horse
don't
corral.
wanna go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fertilizer.
Sounds like.
Do they work?
One of the lucky ones that can have a horse in city limits.
We booked a winter trip and I was just like, oh. where's the milk?
All right, 6 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. So please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got everybody, Christina?
Yes.
And I would ask for approval of this evening's agenda.
Motion to approve this evening's agenda.
Thank you. A second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. All items on the consent agenda will be passed with one council motion unless there is something someone would like to remove.
I just have a couple quick questions on Z and AD.
Okay,
I have a question, why?
go up there, but I won't.
Already done.
So we have a motion to approve the consent agenda minus the items Y, Z, and AD.
Motion to approve. With the exceptions of Z, AD, and Y.
Thank you. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Done.
I just had a question about the liquor license at the golf course.
Sure.
I thought we weren't serving alcohol other than.
We are serving alcohol. We're serving beer and ready to go drinks, which requires a liquor license.
Oh, I thought. I was. We're not doing that anymore. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
And now that the city is licensing itself for the golf course, we need to go through this process for that department
Okay.
so that the state knows.
Okay. You good?
Good.
Ron?
Yeah, Z, I just had a question, I guess mainly for my own education, but we hired the same company that we use for the commercial inspections to come over and do our rental inspections.
That's
It's less than annual, is that right?
Rental inspections are every even year, so every 2 years.
Okay. And I was just looking at the rates, we pay them $76 an hour to drive over plus the mileage.
Yes,
And they come from Duluth, is that right?
yes.
And they do a good job, or
Yes.
we
Uh,
don't, there's no one closer that we
Well,
have to pay?
Historically, when we lost our most local person, it was 2018, 17. This was on referral from the city of Cass Lake.
Hmm.
The gentleman that runs this business took it over from his father, who was in that area. So it was a referral from them. He also does the city of Aiken, Nisswa, excuse me. I think he's now doing stuff for Collier. So it's very difficult to find a private inspector.
Mhm.
And it's very expensive to staff one.
Mhm.
City of Bemidji right now has no inspector and we've been looking for one for some time, a building inspector. So, Andy does a great job for us, and we save money, by doing a lot of the administrative portion of what we need to for our inspections
Mhm.
for him. So our rate has been low for the last 3 cycles.
Yeah, the per dwelling rate seems reasonable. It's just-
Yeah.
I did notice the $76 an hour plus mileage.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, he does really good. He tries to group it all together. We do it in about a 2-week standpoint. So he's here for one block of 4 days, gets as many as he can done in 4 days. And then the following week he does like all the multiple apartment buildings on 1 week, and then comes back and does all the single family homes the second week.
He identifies deficiencies of the
Yes.
attorney, and then we make them landlord aware.
Correct.
All right, just want an explanation of why
Absolutely.
we were getting somebody so far,
I know, I wish it were closer too, but I'm very thankful to have him.
and that it's every 3 years.
Yeah.
And they do an excellent job on the commercials, because we've had a few commercial inspections. The other question I had was on AD. That's the quitclaim deed for the rail corridor at the Blackduck Co-op, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And I just wanted to get an update on where we at with, we're the middleman essentially.
We are the middleman,
Where are we
so
at with their purchase of?
the money was received in escrow. That was in your last consent agenda. And then paid to the state.
Okay.
And then the state issued us the quitclaim deed. So
Okay.
we are in possession of that, and now it's in the hands of our attorney to create the sale to the co-op.
So this 1905, was their money?
It was
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't
Yep.
gonna be.
in and out.
Yeah, where it wasn't something that was gonna go over the end of the year.
Sure.
But-
Nope.
Alrighty. That's it. My questions.
For that, I will make a motion to approve items Y, Z, and AD. Do I have a second?
Second,
All those in favor?
I,
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Ordinance readings. We need to go over the actual,
Would you like me to read 01 and 02 again?
I don't need to hear it twice, but if there is someone in here that would like to hear the reading again. Any member of the public even. Being none, Christina, that would be our second reading.
Okay. No questions for either one. Perfect.
Well, unless you really want to go
No.
through those weed names again.
No. I don't. I want to keep my life straight here in this report packet.
Is there anyone for the Blackduck Forum? I'm there either, Christina. Mike, are you there?
I am. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yep.
All right. I don't have a whole lot for you guys. Work started over at the library. The 2 old rotting decks were removed. The concrete stuff started this morning, I believe. Pine Tree Park was blown out today, along with the golf course in anticipation of winter here. We've been kind of doing more and more with the roads for the FEMA stuff, so we're trying to get that wrapped up, and also trying to finish up our irrigating for our wastewater before it gets much colder here. We're getting down to the last couple weeks of doing it. Hopefully we'll land where we need to be with that. other than that, I don't really think I have much for you guys.
Were the ponds real full?
Not too bad. The problem is that, every time it rains, we lose ground. So, we've been getting a fair amount of rain, so we've just been kind of holding steady.
Does anybody have any questions for Mike?
Is the water tower exterior cleaning now complete?
It is. That is done. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, that they had a little delay with some parts with their machines there, and then they were gone for a bit, and they finally made it back. Oh, I believe it was last weekend they finished it up, if I remember right. So yes, the interior and the exterior are both now cleaned, and I'm just waiting for the report at this point.
Yeah, it looks much better.
Oh yeah, lots better. The only problem is now you can see where the paint is chipping off.
Yeah. I was impressed they worked on Saturday and almost all day Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think they have days off. They're 7 days a week, I think.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Shonda,
We have, our Halloween party coming up. We do have, a tasting coming up, on the 19th. We want to, we got some new products. We wanna jumpstart some new wine lines, see if we can get some action going on those. Clarity came up. There was an expert on the door came up and talked to me about it. So there is a chance that we won't have to replace it. So
fingers crossed.
I'll keep you informed on it,
Okay.
because he identified some things that I never even thought about, so, with a few things that we can do to ensure that it stays dry, so. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see, I mean, I don't wanna promise. But he was confident, he said that if we put money into it and that idea doesn't work, if it doesn't work, then they would take the money that we put into the door off of a new door. That's how confident he was, so. I was like.
And that's Clary.
Nice. Class, yep. So. That was good news. I thought. For my budget especially. Yeah, we traditionally have a slowdown, in October, but it really hasn't started yet.
I don't foresee it. actually.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, there are days that it's a little slower, than full summer on, but, coming up into the hunting season, rifle season. And depending on ice, could be a really good fourth. We get clean, clear ice on Red Lake. I mean, not that I can wish for it, right? I can do about it.
I'll put it on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah, if anybody's got any pull on that department.
but that just means it's gotta be cold. I don't wanna see that either. You got any questions?
I don't. Anybody?
Did you start or order any of the hemp derived?
We do have THC or stuff available, and that's something that we're gonna do some tasting on. Yeah, for the tasting. Vernix, one of our suppliers, is gonna bring us up some, so that people can get an idea how it tastes.
What about our local company here in town? Has he approached you about?
He has, in the liquor committee meeting, the counselors were not super sold on the idea of edibles.
Well, no, he's also, I understood, had a a few beverages. actually.
Yeah, I don't know, he has not used beverages, so,
Okay.
yeah, I would be very willing to stock hometown beverages.
Sure.
Because if they fall, he has to follow the same regulations that everybody else does.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I see him around town, I'll let him know.
Yeah, well, no.
Don, the TV, category is, available in the income statement for the department. If you read it today, it's there. Yeah, we added it.
Not rolling out the door gangbusters. It's still it's a high price point on stuff. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I imagine.
Well, I was watching on the news that some bars had
Some on sales.
some on sale bars
mhm.
were selling, they were up in the air. If they were gonna keep selling that, because their insurance company said if they sell alcohol and they sell that and people are doing both, the insurance company was gonna not
Right, right.
cover it,
And that was one
like
of
the
the,
dram shop.
right, and that was one of the things we covered in our meeting too. Was that was a liability that we didn't want to start.
Yeah.
So we just decided we just sell it off premise. We do not have it in the bar.
So
Yeah, this time I don't have anything. Anybody else? Thank you. Brian. What do we owe this?
The visit,
Probably only comes when you need something.
so I don't
Okay, other truck.
I don't even have to ask then, right?
Sorry.
I'm here to request $14,800 be taken out of our special fund to purchase this DNR reallocated pickup. They have a program where they offer them back to rural fire. This truck actually was back and forth from Bemidji, so it kind of coming back home, so. Do they have this?
Yeah, it's in their packet.
Got that?
Okay. So, it's not, it's not a cheap vehicle, if anybody's wondering. We end up,
How I put it on the agenda, so you have to change that.
yeah, it's not,
My translation was wrong.
yeah, it's not intended for that. That was more of a, it's been kind of a running joke. Just because of the, elaborate cheap vehicle that Bemidji has, so. We need it for, hauling wet hose, frozen hose. We've always had used personal vehicles in the past. This one we get extended cab, so I mean, there's a little bit of room in there too, so it's basically just a pickup utility truck. And we've been trying to get a hold of one for quite some time. The last one kind of slipped out of our hands, went to Kellier. So we got back on the list and they were able to come up with this one, so like I said, this particular truck was stationed here and Bemidji, so went back and forth from Bemidji.
So we're looking for. Need a motion to approve the,
Yes, and it will come out of, Fund 218, which is a special equipment fund.
anybody have any questions, Brian, before we?
Are we repainting it?
Not this year.
Someone wanna make a motion on this?
I'll move we approve the expenditure for the DNR, fire truck for 14,800.
Well, thank you. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None, motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
No, you just paid for the whole thing.
I got scolded.
No, Brian, if you've got something else to do, then.
Yeah, I actually have to go to Fire Harbor.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
leave you.
whatever, whatever, right.
Thank you.
Since Brian doesn't wanna listen to Misty.
Well, we had our golf board meeting. This last week. Wasn't any major hair raising, things came up there, so. Moving forward, we blew out the lines today, like Mike said, and we're aerating the greens on Wednesday, and tomorrow's the last day for golf. I have 2 out of 3 carts spoken for that we had agreed to sell. Old gassers, 2 out of 3, and one of them doesn't wanna, I can't even get it off the course right now, so that's not cool. But the price might go down on that one. And then we're just pulling everything out this week, so.
Okay.
It's kind of a wrap it up.
Does that mean close to wall contract? Like that, you know, like members can, or,
They can, I don't really advertise or anything like
No,
that, but I plan on being around the clubhouse all of this week yet, and Tony's gonna be there running around pulling stuff off, so if somebody comes in, I mean, I'll let them, I'll
Sure.
probably charge them if I'm gonna be there, but yeah, they can still come out there as long as I'm still there, and members, they kind of know that, so,
alright,
yep.
anything else?
Not really. It was a good year. I mean, everybody, you guys probably have my stuff on that, so things are looking up, paying our own bills so far. More people walk down, where we have 6,000, I don't know, I didn't bring any of my stuff with me,
I didn't bring the
flying
budget
by
that
the
we
seat of my
discussed at the
pants.
meeting either, but yeah, the walk-on was over 1,000. Those rounds played more than last year,
Yeah.
I think. I think we were at 5 last year and you're like 6 this year.
Yeah,
It's
so,
okay.
so, yeah, it was a good year. No complaints. It's getting easier out there.
More about that golf carts. New ones.
Yep, the new ones that we,
Ones you-
yep, our name is on it and on them, and they are sending us a contract to sign. With some parts, cause I needed some parts for one of the carts that it broke down. So they're sending me the parts, and I just told them, I said, just slip that contract in. So I would imagine they're pretty quick, it'll probably come to tomorrow or Wednesday, so we can take a look at it. And it was the 3, 2018s. Oh, okay. So. Yep. Other than that, I don't know. Is there anything that I'm missing?
I don't think so. It was the cards I wanted to hear about,
Yeah,
or make sure everybody else heard.
lots of people are interested in those gas carts. I was surprised. Don't wanna sit on them, so.
No, or, yeah, keep selling,
Mm-hmm.
okay. You have anything else, Misty, or anybody got anything, questions for Misty? Congratulations on a good year.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I've received nothing from Kelly. I'd leave that on just in case
Yep.
Lori has something that she can.
And I don't, I think Mike covered what was going on as far as anything going on over there.
Then I guess we can move to, item 7.
So the personnel committee, met obviously recent and agreed to the changes back to the public works director's position. And we just need to make final approval of that, job description revision.
Hope to approve the job description revision, for the Blackduck Public Works Director.
Second,
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None, motion carries. Christina,
The first item I need approval on is ordinance 2023-01. The ordinance amending chapter 13 of general offenses, adding 1307 to the city code to regulate public use of cannabis products. Second reading was tonight. Technically, even though there was no need for it.
motion to approve ordinance 2023.
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item B is approval of ordinance 2023-02, an ordinance amending chapter 9, general regulations, health and safety nuisances, adding section 900.39 to the city code to regulate managed natural landscapes.
I move we approve ordinance 2023.
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Item C is resolution 2023-16, a resolution establishing a meeting schedule for the city council regular meetings for 2024.
Wow, already.
Yep.
All right. Motion to approve 2023-16 resolution, meeting schedule for 2024.
Motion to approve. For a second.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion?
No,
You sure June 10th works? All's in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, it passes.
Item D is the donation request from the Blackduck Area History and Arts Center. Proposal was presented by Robin Gersall at the work session in September.
Okay,
motion to approve, the Blackduck History and Arts donation request. And I believe that was for 830.
correct.
Second.
Any discussion on this? All's in favor? Aye. Opposed? None carries.
Item F, oops, excuse me, item E, is the donation request from the Blackduck area Toys for Kids. Presentation was done at the work session.
And they did not request a specific amount.
Correct.
Last year we gave them 2,000.
That's right, we did. I did too.
Lori, did you take a look to see, make sure they're what we had gone through this year already?
You know what? I did not. I failed to do that.
Oh,
What we've been through.
You have a statement right there.
I do.
Oh, thanks, John, wonderful. Year to date. Here we are. It's near the bottom.
Yes. We're at 3,047 with a budget of 6,000.
830 for the history center, that brings you to 3877. Chamber hasn't asked for their insurance yet, that's another one that's pretty typical.
What's the,
3877.
what's the budget?
6,000, but we have some more things coming too.
Yeah.
I know.
Right, so this is, I think this is what we have left after the 830 is minus. And then we have the chamber and but there's one other one that we,
You made a commitment to $2,000 to the dock restoration, of which I entertained the suggestion to do like 1,023 and 1,024.
okay,
But that's more of an earmark.
That'd be 4877 that I already. If we put 1,000 this year and 1,000 next year. So that's 12, that's the 1,200 bucks left.
Insurance.
The liability is usually somewhere between $600 and $700. If memory is serves me right. So we can,
Sure, it's got a number?
I'm sure there's gonna be.
well, if we did 1,000, we'd have 1,000 left for the rest of the year about with the chambers coming in at what, 8? You said 8 or something as well.
yeah,
Insurance
college 750 probably.
could be a little bit up.
Yeah. So,
5,620. So I don't have 400 bucks.
So another number of,
$6,000 budget is gonna be out the number.
they only have. This is October, huh?
On, Nick, what do you guys got?
Got some ideas?
Well, what I'm hearing is that we have the amount of about 1,000, that's without point over budget.
Oh, yeah, $370.
No, I think you've added
No.
something twice.
Yeah, you must have.
Yeah, 3,048.
Well,
You said you had 877.
3,877, I think is what Chris, is what you told me.
$20,000 for the dog.
1,000 for the ducks.
That's 48.77.
Right.
750 for the chamber, that's 56.27.
70.
Would you entertain 1,500? Somebody's gotta say a number, 1,000? You don't have to donate anything.
Right.
We want to close that gift.
So you're saying that we don't have 1,000 left.
1,200.
May I say something?
1, 2, 7, please.
1 second.
Okay,
Lori, are you in agreement with that, or no, I can't see the math from there, so.
What was the number? 15? Is that what you
Well,
said?
no, do we have 1,000 left after the other?
Well, I showed like 1,873, but I don't trust all my math without a calculator, but.
Okay, so Shonda said we've already spent $3,048.
yeah, let me look at that again.
Sorry.
$3,048. Add the 830 you just donated to the History Center, the 1,000 you committed this year for the duck. That's a total of 48.77. I'll take 6,000 off that. That leaves you a balance of 11.22.
1122, okay.
And if you're gonna do 750 for the chamber,
If they come,
if they come,
okay, you have to do from what you're doing now. So that's entirely at the point of the discretion of the council, but that's what you have budgeted left to spend at this point.
1120.
So,
Unless you take it upon yourself to go above what has been budgeted.
That was what I was gonna say.
Thank you, Shonda.
And we were really trying to, hold that line this year, so, cause I think we kind of.
Right.
Over last year.
Well, and
so-
last year you had an oddball that wasn't of the normal asks with the garden club.
Mhm.
And that was a nice donation. It made the wayside look fantastic.
It does.
You
by
know,
the
it was
way.
a huge improvement. So you gotta remember and weigh the pros and cons of why you're donating it and what you're donating it to.
Mhm.
A budget is there for a guide. The outcome to the community is what you're looking at. In my eyes, anyway.
I'd like to match what we did last year.
I would put us in the budget.
That's up to your vote. So
Mhm.
you guys need to make a motion. I'm gonna sit here and swirl around. on it
If we have something left, I would be in favor of offering 1,000, leaving that extra cushion for chamber, of course. Or if you want to exhaust the entire budget of 1,100.
Nick, you wanna put that in the form of a motion?
Motion to approve the 2,000 matched last year for the Toys for Docs. Or Toys for Kids.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Now, is there any further discussion on this motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Hey,
With a vote of 4-1. Motion carries.
The rest of the items underneath me are mostly just info. I did receive this community resource connections regarding the Blackduck Food Fund at Weaver's. Family Foods, just for, the public's information, you can read that at your leisure. The rest of my report are remaining dates for October. The 18th at 2 p.m. is the planning commission meeting. That will most likely be the last one for 23. We typically don't do much in November and December. October 19th at 6 p.m. is the fire protection areas contract meeting here at City Hall. The 23rd at 6 p.m. will be your scheduled work session. October 26th, we'll be doing healthcare facility voting for the Beltrán County special election. Oops, I put 24 on there. Sorry, that's 23. And it's here. November 6th at 6 p.m. Is your next city council meeting, and November 7th will be the special county election day. So precinct will be open here. I think that's all I have. There are a couple of items I have under community events. Unless anybody has any questions for me.
No?
The community events that I wanted to point out is, the next meeting of the Blackduck Area Chamber of Commerce is gonna be held back at the pond. Due in part to Restaurant 71 closing. And then this opioid steering committee, you may note, last month I sent everybody that letter, looking for volunteers to sit on their committee. They're actually hosting one of their sessions at the Blackduck Golf Course on October 30th at 5:30.
I plan on attending that, so.
And remember, it's open to the public, so if the entire council ends up going,
It's not a,
not an open meeting violation. If you're interested as a taxpayer, you should attend. That's all I have next.
yeah. Anybody got anything else? You good? Needs to be brought up? Something going on? Okay. You adjourn? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I got, who, no,
Done.
Don was the first,
I'll second that.
thank you.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
45 minutes. We stand adjourned. Thank you.